And of
Hey
course,
yo.
Mickey never fails the day to f something up. Check this out. I gotta move that thing out of your face there, Joey.
Hey,
There's something
you
in
know
my
this
face.
guy?
Overlay.
Bob
Bob Dylan.
One of his influences was Gorgeous George. He said he
Oh,
saw him come out. He was like, man, and it was like Little Richard, right? Didn't he have a cape? It was real
yeah.
Gorgeous George, had the blonde hair.
That's how like Ric Flair
Oh,
does it.
Ric Flair. Yeah.
That's where he got
gorgeous
that, like,
Joey.
Bob.
from those guys.
Chronicles, man. I'm waiting. Chronicles volume 1.
Yeah, it's a podcastrophe, fellas. We are on
Yes.
live. Mickey, how you doing?
All right. That's Mickey. Hey, look at Mickey, man. How you doing, man?
We got
Hey,
our new guest
Duke
host,
Amboy.
the Duke of
The new
Amboy.
Duke of Amboy.
Off, man.
Popping in when he
Tip of
can
the
pop
lid.
in when he can pop in. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what episode we're on. I didn't even
I
put
think
an
it's like
episode.
38 or some shit.
I put it's a podcast episode. Who the fuck knows? Because it's been so crazy. I
Yeah,
lost count. I don't even know if I should even be counting episodes anymore. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, we're just chilling. We decided to go really true live. So now you guys know the difference from live to pre-recorded live. Because why is that? Because it's not fucking typed pre-recorded,
Well,
right?
we gotta get a
So
soundtrack,
it's just
man. Slap at that
straight
bass.
up live. Look at him. You see?
Some drums.
Duke guitar.
Joey Jags on
Duke.
drums.
Yeah.
I do it.
I was just at Guitar Center, dude, playing the drums in the room there. You know, they had the quiet room
Yeah.
because I'm looking at another bass to play, and it was pretty cool. Sounded tight. It's amazing the way where these symbols are. You know, what's
Hey,
with them
Chip,
circles and what's with the circles and the symbols? What's the point of that?
It's a different type of sound for it. Looks like it's some kind of
For
crash
sound,
symbol.
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it just gives it a different sound than the normal symbol.
Did you ever
It's not like looks or nothing, right?
what was that movie? There was a movie about a drummer who went deaf, like heavy metal. Riz.
I've never watched it, but I know the movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
No
I just saw
shit.
it. Yeah, I gotta rent that. But
I
drumming,
forgot
man,
who he was.
more injuries, like guys, their back and everything, their hands, their wrists. Drumming is tough, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
holy shit.
I get cramped up too.
I almost went to the Stone
Yeah.
Pony to see the Damned. They're like
Oh, damn.
they're the first punk band to be signed at a record.
Yeah.
They were like 1976, 77. And
Yeah.
Captain Vanian and they got the original drummer was named Rat Scabies. I like that name. Rat Scabies, the drummer.
That's scabies.
But the best, yeah, and they still got Captain Sensible. That's the guy's name, Captain Sensible. Anyway, didn't go, man. But I could still, man. I can still slam.
It didn't get me
I
off,
don't know if my body
man.
can take it anymore.
Man,
My
I'm
body
brittle. I'm
can't take
fucking brittle now.
put my socks on. Oh, my back. Oh,
brittle ain't the word. You gotta
Yeah.
see through.
I'm having trouble. I have trouble wiping my ass now. Like, oh, my arm cramped up. I'm like wiping back there. I'm like, oh fuck.
I don't have to. My wife
When I get
actually
back,
sold a bidet.
You gotta see my legs,
Oh.
dude. You look,
Oh, yeah, I'm sitting on the fountain in Las Vegas. I feel like I'm at the Caesar's Palace. I'm whoa. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I can see doing that because no matter how many times you do it the other way, it's like, man, this ain't working. This ain't getting clean. I'm going through 4 rolls here, nothing.
Yeah.
But needs to be a little warm, temperature-wise. But
Yeah.
how did I ever get on this revolting situation here?
I tell you. I guess Mick took off to have a cigarette. It's
yeah.
just you and me.
Hey,
look at you. You're looking all good. Me and Mick look like a couple of fucking bums off the street.
Yeah, I was dancing. I made it. This is one of my best resolutions. Dance every day. Just dance once a day. Dance, man. That's all you got to do. You stay young.
Yeah.
I can't do the same. I used to do the jump rope. I used to do that. That's a good exercise. I got to start doing that, man.
I got a story for you. So
Tell me a story.
I do that Uber driving and Lyft driving, so
Oh, yeah.
I picked up a lady at the end of my day, and she was probably like 55, 56. She was crippled. She could barely talk because I guess when she was young, a few years back, her boyfriend she had was on steroids. He fucking woke her up and strangled her, crushed her shit. So she's very low speaking,
Yeah.
But I felt bad for her. I went to pick her up. The fucking elevator was down, so I guess she had to walk down the stairs, and she can barely walk. So I was like, then I said, I'll go in the office and find out what's going on for you, And I did that. I took her. She missed her doctor's appointment. She had me take her to a liquor store.
Oh.
So I got her to a liquor store. And she's got me sitting there talking, and I'm like, I gotta get going, So we drive back to her place, and then I stop, and she's like, well, can you check the elevator just one more time before you're going in? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I go and I check it, and then I go back in the car, and then the mailman was there, and she's like, oh, dear, could you ask that mailman why my mail keeps going back? And I'm like, all right, no problem, And I go around there, hey, but I'm sorry to bother you, but I was like, I asked about a certain mailbox, and he was like, man, that bitch she's a pain in the fucking ass. And I was like, he was like, look, I'm not trying to offend you, but and anyway, I'm just, I got to tell you, she's a pain in the ass. And she's not allowed. And she was like, I can hear you. Because I was like, no, tell me I can hear. It's like, I can hear you. And he's like, I don't care if you fucking hear me. You're not supposed to look at me or even talk to me. And
you get in the car yet? Did she get outside?
Still in my car.
What's taking her so long?
He's still sitting in my car, but she got my window down yelling at me. And then I get back in there, and I was like, and he was like, besides, your fucking mail hasn't come back in a while. And the reason why your mail was going back is you weren't coming down and getting it, So anyway, I'm like, this woman's probably a pain in the ass, and I'm probably because we were talking, I was like, I do I'll clean up, do a little light cleanup and help around the house with older people or whatever. I don't have no problem doing that. I'll do it for a little extra money, and I like doing it.
Good, yeah, man.
So I was like, I told her, I can give you a hand, and she has other people giving her hands, So she had another chick that came there. So the next day I go there to help her out. But first off, when I get there, the thing's still not working. So all that goes on with the mailman. I go inside the property thing, and they were like, Karen again, So they knew her name was Karen. They knew who the fuck she was, and they were like, I was like, I guess she's a pain in the fucking ass, huh? He was like, oh yeah, So she wants to go upstairs, but she don't want to walk up the stairs because she's crippled. And I guess they fucking put her in a wheelchair and carried her upstairs one time. So now she's expecting that. So they were like, she wants to. I was like, look, she wants to fucking be carried upstairs. So we put her in me and the property manager and a fucking a maintenance guy. We Christ, that light's fucking we put her in a fucking wheelchair and we carried her up 3 flights of fucking stairs.
Oh.
And now I'm going above and beyond as a driver. I'm not even making money anymore. And I'm like, but I felt bad for her because, she's telling me her story and I'm feeling bad for her. So we do that. I look around the place real quick. I say, all right, I'll be back tomorrow, And she has me, some girl call me that night and, to schedule me being there, I guess. I don't fucking know. She's like a weirdo. So I'm like, okay, whatever. That's weird. And then, so I show up there. First of all, she asked me to pick her up Swiffer jet things from fucking Publix. And I'm like, all right, and I go there and I get the things. I get to the house and she's like, oh, those are the wrong ones, sweetheart. And I'm like, okay, well, they're Swiffers, And I figured, and then she goes, well, I get mine from the dollar store. They're these cheap, and they're fucking some no-name brand from the dollar store. And I'm like, but you told me to go to Publix and get you the Swiffer things. But I had the receipt, so I had the receipt. I took it back. But then, I'm there, and she's like, this girl, this other girl's supposed to be here helping. I need, and I'm like, she was here last night. She was such a stupid fuck, and I'm like, oh wow, she's already talking shit about her, and the woman is calling her and she's yelling at her because she's like, I told you not to give my number out to the downstairs office, and I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, so the girl comes up and the girl brought her flowers and everything.
Oh, that's nice.
And she's like, oh, it's to brighten your day. And she's like, oh, and then she was complaining about where to put them. And it was fucking horrible.
You got to stay away from that vibe when it's all, no. It's like, man, you can't build on that. It's like, it brings you down. It's like,
it's horrible.
You know what you need?
Horrible.
A new car. I would drive an Aston Martin. What did James Bond drive? The ejector seat. You have an ejector seat for your passenger, right? Is that legal in Jersey?
I should do that.
I wish I had an ejector seat.
Well, let me tell you. So this lady, so she wouldn't let us, like, it was like she wanted me to clean, but she wouldn't let me touch anything. And I'm like, I said, listen, you want me to do this, you got to let me clean something, you know? Like, oh, can you move that? Oh, yeah. I was like, you can't have big piles of fucking papers everywhere in your kitchen, you know? I'm like, we got to clean this. It was driving me crazy too. So like, but she's like, she wanted me to do something, but then she'd make me do something else and then ask the girl to do it. And then, so back and forth, and she was being rude as fuck to this girl. And then finally she like kept taking me off to the side and go, I think she's fucking stupid. And I'm like, then she like took me in the room again and she was like, hey, is it just me or is she that fucking dumb? I was like, she goes, you're working Cyril. And I was like, can I talk to you? Because I was talking to her like I knew her forever. So I was like, fuck it. I was like, you are being very rude to that girl. You're not giving her a chance to do nothing. And quite honestly, I'm not working circles around nobody. You're not letting me or her do anything that you hired us to do. I said, you're in the way. And I understand that you've been through traumas and you need that control and shit. But if you're hiring us, you got to step aside and give this girl a chance. You're being rude as fuck to her. So I was like, she brought you fucking flowers for Christ's sakes, and you're being an asshole to her. She's like, you're right. So it's like, I don't want to leave her out there by herself for too long. And then she starts she's in one of those carts like that you see at the store. They roll around and shit.
Right.
Because she has a big place, and it's like she's just rolling around. And now she's drinking, like she's taking drinks of her vodka the whole time. So she goes back in, and the girl's just taking a selfie of herself, like in the fucking kitchen, and she starts freaking out. Give me your phone! I need your phone! I need to see your camera. Why are you taking pictures of my place? And she's like, "Lady, I was just taking I was just taking a selfie of myself." She's like, "You're not going to my phone." She's like, "I think this is." She's like, "This isn't working out. You know, I can't help you. I'm trying. You're just being nasty to me, and I can't do it anymore." And she's like, "Fuck you," you know. And she's like. I just, you're just being stupid. And she starts lobbing insults. She was like telling her, I think you're on drugs. And she was like, what? And she was like, you need to get out of my house. I'm going to call the police on you. You know, and she's like, lady, you haven't even fucking paid me yet. You know, and she worked for her the night before. And I was like, I had to yell because the girl, it was just going back and forth. Like the bitch wouldn't shut the fuck up. So I yelled. I was like, that's enough. And I was like, and I said, look at the girl. I was like, listen, honey, just get out of here and fucking figure out another way to get paid. You know, and she's like, you're right. She's like, it was nice meeting you, Joe, but good luck with that. And then the lady's crying, and I'm like, it's going to be all right. She's like, well, I'm hungry, and how am I going to eat now? I was like, you know, I told you I fucking cook. You want me to cook you something? I'll cook you something. So she's like, yeah. And then she starts throwing everything in the pot. I was like, do you want me to cook or are you going to cook? And she was like, now she's drunk. But I'm not realizing she's already fucking drunk. And I'm like, she's throwing I'm like, I gotta cut the onions and I gotta cut the carrots. And she's throwing the whole onion into the pot with some olive oil. She starts throwing. I'm like, what are you doing? I was like, just let me cook. And I hate that shit. So I end up cooking. Anyway, eventually she's like, oh, I like Don Henley and the Eagle. And she's like, can you put that on? I'm like, I guess so, you know. And I was like, all right, you know, I put on the Eagles. And she's like,
Lebowski hates the Eagles.
Yeah, and then she's like, can you sing me the lyrics? I said, no, I can't. I was like, I'll read them to you. And I read like a few lines, and I was like, fuck that. But then she's like, hey, can you move out of the way? I'm gonna back up. And then like I get around in front of her, and then she'd run me over anyway. She was running into walls. So anyway, towards the end, I was like, I gotta take a pee. Mind if I use your bathroom? And she's like, oh. I'm like, what do you mean? You know, I was like, she's like, hold on. I was like, well, I mean, I've walked past this bathroom like 8 times. You know, I know where it is.
Can go ahead.
So she goes, all right, come on. And she starts rolling out of the kitchen. She whacks into the wall and twice, backs up and then whacks into it again. And then she goes, men piss all over the floors and the toilet seats when they go to the bathroom. I was like, well, not this man. I like, you know, I'm clean about the bathroom. You know, I have OCD about that shit.
It won't happen.
Yeah. So then she's like, my uncle said never let a man piss in the bathroom by himself. And I was like, uh-huh. And I was like, wait, what? And then she rolls into the bathroom where you would stand to take a piss and goes, all right, come on.
Drug test.
And I go,
Drug
And
test.
I go, okay, well, you're gonna have to back out of here, Karen, because I need to piss. And she's like, no. I was like, I'm not pissing in the bathroom with you in there. She's like, I have to get you on camera.
Oh.
I was like, what?
Uh-oh.
So I was like, oh man. And so I was like, all right. And I was like, well, I'll hold it. And I was like, is there anything else I can do for you, sweetheart? Because I'm fucking leaving.
Get
And
in
she
the
was like,
shower.
yeah.
Give her a golden shower.
I thought about it. I should have run in there and just like said, what's that? Piss on her, piss in her face. But like, she was like, she was like, I was like, she was like, what's the matter? You can't pee in front of me? I'm like, no. I said, listen, that's an appropriate. First of all, I'm a married man. My wife would probably not appreciate me pissing in front of some lady. And then second, I don't know you. And if I knew you, you'd know this about me. You want to be in the bathroom with me? I'm going to grab you by your fucking head and throw you the fuck out. And she's like, oh. I was like, is there anything? And she was like, no, I don't want nothing else. I'm like, I was like, I guess you're going to do me like you did the girl earlier. You're not going to pay me. And she's like, my uncle's an attorney. And I said, well, good luck with that, cunt, because now you got no help. And I left.
Yeah. Well, I would have taken a dump. Oh man. So what does she drive? Is this motorized? Is she?
Yeah. She drives one of those things all over the apartment.
So
I was like, she wanted to get my pee-pee sticky.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. I was like, wow. I was like, all right, I guess it makes me not want to help old people anymore.
How old was she?
Dude, she was like 50. She was crippled, but she was like 55, 56 years old, but she was like a crippled, you know. She had like all these surgeries and traumas and shit, and she was just a nut job.
Like Bride of Frankenstein. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, worse.
Sound like, remember Dr. Strangelove? Peter Sellers in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Sellers. He played like the president. He played. That's how I can imagine her, like going around in her wheelchair.
She kept asking me to get out of the way, and then she'd run me over anyway when I moved. She kept running into the wall. She kept taking shots at her. She's like, can I come in? Oh, man, this fucking light's killing me. There's a light fucking flickering back.
Yeah. Yeah, here I am.
I can't fucking do it.
Oh, check it out, man. Nice window. It looks like you're in a church, man. It looks like you're in a church behind you.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like a stained glass.
I'm at my daughter's house in Virginia. Came here she goes on like a girl trip with her friends once a year. So, and my son-in-law was supposed to be working or out of town, but he ended up not having to go. So, but I'm here anyway. So we got to spend time with my grandson.
That's nice down there, Virginia. That's nice.
Yeah, we went trick-or-treating like at this baseball field. It was like all the tables from all the businesses around town. And I was trick-or-treating.
Who'd you go with? Who was the kid?
My grandson, my cousin, and my son-in-law.
You got a grandson, man? Come on, man.
I got two grandsons and a granddaughter.
Gray hair here. Oh, that's nice. You spoil them? You spoil them, I bet, don't you?
Yeah.
Especially the house.
Whenever, the girls, she's an angel. She don't get no. She's just like different type of kid. This kid will like she's one of those kids. She'll open up your cabinets and you think she's gonna go through your shit. She'll back up, sit down, and just stare into it, and get up. She'll pick up my pictures off the fucking table and just look at them and then put them down. She's
she's that's good,
really
man.
good. The boy is fucking all over the place. My grandson was now he's hyper. Hyper as fuck. The other one's kind of like he's older, so he's like 8. So I got an 8-year-old, 4-year-old, and a 3-year-old.
Wow, man, that's a lot of work. It's like actually, it's not. You can send them home. It's not like parents.
Yeah, I mean, I live like 2 hours from the other two, and this is 13 hours.
Wow. Yeah.
But every Christmas I come here. You know, I'm going to be here next month too. So I'm not going to be here for Christmas this year, but every year I come, and I come a few times a year. You know, I need to see my grandson.
All right, come on, Wall Stadium, Thanksgiving. My mailman rides. He's like a NASCAR, or whatever. He drives in the races in Wall Stadium. He was like down. He was down in Virginia somewhere, some race. Look at it, man. Hey, that's
after me.
That's the hardest.
After me.
Yeah. All right. I want you to tell me. One of you guys tell me the real name of Satch on the Bowery Boys. His real name. What? Satch on the Bowery Boys.
Satchmo on the Bowery Boys.
You remember? Yeah, Slip Mahoney.
Yeah, Krabby.
No, it was Horace Debussy Jones. Horace Debussy. No, you remember the East Side Comedy, the Bowery Boys.
I know the Bowery Boys at the back of my ass. Yeah,
You're
I know
too
the Bowery
young. You
Boys.
don't know. Leo Gorcey. Yeah.
Leo Gorcey. They used to call me Leo Gorcey
Yeah. You know
when
his
I was in
father?
school.
Louis, Louis Sweet Shop? Louis was his father in real life.
The Leo
Louis.
Gorcey's old man.
Anyway, yeah. We used to watch
Because I
that
used to
on
wear
Sunday
that hat.
mornings.
I used to wear that hat. I used to cop open the projects. I used to wear a hat like that. And they'd be like, man, you look like that dude. They knew who he was, Leo Gorcey, the dude from the Dead End Kids. The brothers knew. I was like, get the fuck out of here, you know?
Hmm.
I was impressed that they knew that shit, you know what I mean?
That's an East Coast thing, I guess. I don't know. The Bowery Boys.
I guess.
Slip.
I feel like I'm
And
supposed to
never,
know them. I know their
and
names. So like,
No, but the Stooges are the Beatles of the Stooges. But you're right,
yeah.
man. We were talking about Abbott and Costello, how the
oh
Beastie
yeah,
Boys were going to do a show at like the Abbott and Costello in the rooming house, Mr. Fields, living in an
oh, yeah.
apartment with the cap. And Stinky.
Stinky.
Dude, that's
My
like
favorite Stooge is Shemp. What am I gonna do with him, man? Shemp.
Shemp, your favorite stooge is
Early.
Shemp, who I can't even talk to you.
That's my nephew.
Your
Though.
favorite stooge is Shemp?
I'm not a Shemp, man. My nephew loves Shemp. Like, come on, man.
Get the fuck
Curly.
out of here. Nah,
Curly's
it's
where it's at.
Curly.
Certainly.
Curly all the way. Well, certainly. Curly and Larry was a one funny motherfucker in the background. He
He
did his
was.
little bits. He had
You
his
know,
parts, man.
from Philly.
He had his parts.
I heard this thing. His daughter said he had like a permanent, like on his left side, from getting slapped all the time by Mo.
Yeah.
And it was like,
His skin would harden up.
Yeah,
You know, he was a professionally trained violinist.
That's right, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a big mural in Philadelphia where he was born. They got a mural of him. He had the good hair.
He was born in Philly?
He's a Philly, yeah. And so Curly was Jerome Horowitz. Yeah, they were Horowitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were from Brooklyn. But Lou, the straight man, the skinny guy, was from Jersey, I believe. I think. I don't know where the fuck he was. Lou
Costello.
I don't know. I forgot which one was from who.
No. But Curly.
Don't matter. Nobody's watching anyway.
Curly. No, but Curly died. Curly was in his 40s, like late 40s. He died of a heart attack. But they say he was really. They made him go on when he was sick, and he took a lot of shit, man, falling and doing the shuffle.
Great.
It was tough on him, man. He's a big guy.
Yeah,
everything I've read about him.
Talking about Curly.
Curly, yeah.
Curly was a ballroom. He was a ballroom dancer, you know.
Yeah, man. He was light on his toes. Yeah, man.
Very light on his feet. And you're right. If you look at some of his family photos, they're pit bulls right next to his kids.
He had
sitting there.
Dogs. Man. He lived in Hollywood, but he'd always adopted dogs. Every picture I've seen, he was a dog. Yeah, that was sad, man. He was the first to go. He was the best, man. Curly.
Yeah.
That's what he got, man. Curly is the Beatles of comedy.
And they came in with Shemp, and then Curly came back.
Yeah.
And then he left again, then Shemp came, and then Shemp left, and then they came with that fucking Mama Luke, Joe Besser.
No, Joe Besser. And it was
yes. Then they were all so old, it was like
don't like
it was like, yeah, throw it the fuck away. It's done. You know, it's done.
Yeah.
They made their money, boy.
Not really, though. They kind of got screwed, you know. When they started going on TV, it's like, man, they at the end, they really, it's like the way it was back in the day. If you're not Jackie Gleason, you own everything, you know.
Mm.
You're gonna get
Yeah, but they were Jews. You know they had a good lawyer, and they knew what they were doing with their money. They weren't getting duped. They were not stupid people. You know,
Well,
Oh
I think
man.
Curly.
right? The Jewish hold the Jewish. They control Hollywood, man. So just like the fucking greaseballs control the district in the garment district in the city. It's just what it is, you know.
The Diamond District. No, I don't see any Irish guys there. No,
I see a bunch of Hasidics.
I've seen a guy sweeping like in front of them. Somebody like with a broom, and he goes, "Man, you do the whole street, you get like little pieces of diamonds." And you ever walk
Get
down
out
that
of
street?
here!
Man, that's crazy. That's like, man, everybody's packing on that street, right? So
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
we love it. I'm sure it's happened. Just busting one of those. You ever go in one of them? You got they buzz you in, and these guys.
Man.
It's like, what was that Guy Ritchie movie? What was the guy with the? Remember the Jewish guy?
Oh, lock, stock, and two smoking barrels or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
that was
started
a good
watching them
movie.
not that long ago, man. Those are great, man. I remember
That was a good movie. Yeah,
that was the dog that ate the diamond, right? The dog. Is
the
that the
I
one?
don't
dog.
remember.
Yeah, and he's squeaking.
Brad Pitt as the you couldn't understand a word he was saying, right? He was the Irish wrestler or boxer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What they, he was a pikey, right? The
Pikey, yeah.
pikeys. You're gonna get me along in the pikeys,
Tinker.
right?
He's the tanker. That was my
Yeah. Come on, ma. It's an easy 5 cents, ma.
so my
Get in
father.
the trailer, ma.
Yeah, ma. That was badass. Man, Fight Club in
That's a
that
good
one, man. He
movie.
was you don't fuck with Brad Pitt.
No, even when
Fight Club
even
was a
when
great movie. I love that movie.
yeah, it's a good movie.
So yeah, Scorsese's got a new one, right? About the Killers of the Flower Moon. I mean,
I've heard of that movie, but
Yeah,
I read the book. Book was okay. It was like actually it was like all the Indians at the turn of the century. They moved them to reservation in this dusty Oklahoma, and they all got oil on their land. All the Indians owned. They couldn't own it. They had to have someone like represent you in the bank, some white guy, say, "Oh, I'll give you an allowance or something." But they were loaded, like whatever it was, 1900s, and then they would just get murdered. Boom, boom. I mean, one after another, taking over the, and that was how the FBI started. That was the interesting part. It's the FBI. They didn't have guns. The FBI. They couldn't make arrests, but yeah. But anyway, Scorsese, any movie he does, really, I would see. He just did he ever,
absolutely.
yeah, Robert
Yeah.
Leo DiCaprio.
Oh,
But anyway,
yeah.
my least favorite, New York, New York. My least favorite. What's your favorite?
Oh,
Your worst. Your favorite? You're not.
Scorsese.
Yeah. What's your
I
favorite?
don't even think I've seen Scorsese. New York, New York.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Goodfellas.
don't like that one. It's still it's a good movie because it's
I'm a
him.
big fan of the Goodfellas.
Oh man, it's a
Yeah,
movie that you can't turn it off. You turn the channel, Goodfellas,
yeah.
Casino. You got to keep. You can't
It's
turn
a
away.
beautiful movie.
All those like we were talking about Mean Streets, all the old ones, the Mean Streets and all
Yeah.
that good shit.
What are you on Blue?
Serpico, even though it's
Don't
not
get Blue?
Scorsese, but good movies like Serpico, with Al Pacino when he was young. I mean, all those good movies like that. Um, who was the other
Taxi
one
Driver,
with the other one
Raging,
with fucking
Raging Bull,
Raging Bull,
That opened up great.
fucking A Raging
Taxi
Bull,
Driver.
Taxi.
Taxi fucking Driver. Thank you, Joey. Taxi Driver without a motherfucking doubt. Crazy motherfucker. He
It was
shaved his head for that movie.
Written by
For real.
Paul
a good
Schrader.
movie.
And what's his name? The guy Edward Herman. The music really makes it too. It's like the first scene.
Yeah.
It's the steam coming on, and it comes.
Yeah.
Taxi comes to bum 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 bum. The music.
Yeah.
And you
It's
know
a
what
good movie.
what this movie is? It's John Ford did The Searchers, and I bet you Scorsese again. Marty, he's a big fan of John Ford, and John Wayne is like searching for his niece. His niece
Right.
is kidnapped by Indians.
Right.
So it's like De Niro's kind of rescuing, not Lily, whatever her name is, Esther, whatever her name, Jodie Foster, whatever her name was. But
Yeah.
I never thought about that though. But man, it's like a western. But I remember when that was being filmed around New York. That was like I remember the Clash. Really, Joe Strummer had the mohawk.
Yeah.
And that was a crazy time, man. New York. It was scary back then, but I miss it. It was real. It was real, man.
We're at the Lower East Side.
Yeah, I drive anywhere, anytime, anywhere. All right, who is the guy in Taxi Driver? The guy that interviews him when he first wants the job. He's in the garage. You know, you got
it. Not the guy that played in that movie with the Frankenstein with
no. Peter
not
Boyle
Peter
was in it.
Sellers.
He was the
Boyle.
wizard. He was the the taxi dude. Now this guy.
Hold on, give me a thing. Hold on, give me a thing.
You'll know
why you want this job.
I'll give you a hint because he was in a couple good movies. I'll give you a hint. All right, first of all, he's the guy that says, right, he's interviewing. He goes, you got a clean record? Yeah, I got everything, clean conscience. He goes, you're gonna bust my chops. But anyway, I'll give you a hint. The other movie is, Buffers. We had a lot of Buffers. What movie? He's on trial.
Oh yeah, Buffers. Yeah, got a lot of Buffers.
It was that guy.
Oh my god,
that was the same guy. What's his name? Who was it? The character was. Like he was the guy, Ted Jones. What was his name? Frankie Five Angels. He was his guy. Well, anyway, this guy. Anyway, that actor. He was
Buffers. In I got a lot of Buffers.
I can't think of his name.
Man.
But yeah, he was in The Godfather and Taxi Driver.
How many? All right, hold on. I know who he is. He was in Rocky too.
Yeah, he was
the fucking loan shark in Rocky.
Right. The mustache.
Yes.
Yeah, he paid.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't think of
his name. Joey. You know.
I can't think of his name.
Okay, well, anyway,
I can't tell you his name.
This is an interesting story, though. You know how he died
in real life.
In real life, well, he got shot. What was the Godfather? He got shot right after the Dan Aiello did the Guerrero thing. Anyway, he died. He was a hemophiliac. You know, I guess you get cut. He fell in a shower or something. Like they found him on a couch bleeding. Like somebody called him. They hadn't heard from him, and he must have fell in the shower. He's bleeding. He thought he could fix it or something, but he was like a hemophiliac. I always thought like a hemophiliac, man, you got to be in a bubble. You can't, man. What if you prick yourself?
Yeah.
But I guess if it's something like you fall through a glass shower, man, that sucks. But that guy, man, he was in a lot of good. He was in Rocky, man. I remember that. Yeah.
He had bad complexion too. He had like acne scars, old school. Yeah. Wow. I didn't know he fucking died like that.
What do we got?
Son of a bitch, man.
Oh, look at that, man. Wow. We got two people watching. Look at that.
Hey, man.
Hey, hey. It's probably my mom and my sister. Where's all my Goombas in fucking in Italy or Ireland? Or hey, we're big in the UK. You know? Right, I want to see some UK punani. Been this motherfucker.
Guys in Ireland, the hardest accent for me to understand is where my father's from. County Cork. Yeah. It was like, you know, the tankers. I couldn't understand what the heck he was saying.
Oh, it's the tankers, are they?
Yeah.
He said the tankers, are they? See, now they're back to nothing, you prick. Now we just gypped us, Joey. Thanks, you fuck up.
Another one came back. We got to come back. We got to come back. Hey, yo.
Where's the number? How do you know? Is it like a telethon? It's like, boom, boom.
Yeah, I have an eye. Joey, do you get the eye in the corner of your phone?
Yeah, I get the eye in the corner. You don't get the eye in the corner there?
I ain't got no eye.
Oh, shit. You can't see
That's good. That means you're doing really good.
Now I got nothing. I can't see any. All I see is a duck's head, a duck's ass.
Yeah. I got a duck's ass in your ass.
I mean, I get a big day tomorrow.
So listen to this, guys. We haven't done. I'm gonna be straight up with you.
Man,
people, okay? I'm gonna be straight up with you, motherfuckers, right now.
Yeah.
We haven't done a podcast in what, 2-3 weeks, right?
2 weeks.
Life happens like we always do. Life happens.
Oh yeah.
But
All right.
I mean, what the fuck? I mean, without begging for money, right?
Yeah.
Without talking bad about anybody,
Yeah.
besides the government, which is we have every right to talk bad about.
That's the great thing of being American.
I mean, how much more can we like?
America.
What can we do? Like, I mean, what? Teach somebody how to make a fucking bead out of a goddamn necklace and some fucking string? You know, it's it's a touchy,
We got
touchy
what's coming up.
situation, man.
You got to think
Huh?
it's good. Something big. You got to.
Well, we got some. I think we got some natural chemistry. I think going over some good classic movies seems to be hitting all right,
Yeah.
man.
Mm.
We all know the same kind of flicks, same kind of movie, which is cool. But goddamn, I just can't believe that bullshit, man. I can't tell anybody, but Joey knows what I'm talking about. Oh, I feel like going to Home Depot right now.
I'm going. I tell you, man, my shed. I'm cleaning the cellar and the shed out, and it's nice, man. I got a desk. I type in there, and I can put it if I can get Wi-Fi. I guess, man. I run a cord in the winter, get a little heat, get a fan.
Yeah.
It's just a basic
yeah.
shit. I got it at Home Depot.
Yeah.
They just put it in the driveway. It was and. Me and my buddy, we just put it up in a few hours. He knew what he was doing. I just follow.
Bro, let me tell you
It's
something.
nice though, man. It's a shed, and it's like, man, I'm in a library
Your
now.
man cave. Your man cave. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, man.
Do you know those carports that you get at, say, Harbor Freight or somewhere around those lines, where they're enclosed? It's 25 feet long, 15 feet wide.
Like to park your
It's
car?
heavy duty. It's got metal. They call it car enclosures, but you can use it for garages.
Yeah.
I bought one. Okay, I put it up. Then I put 2x6s going from the length, for the floor, slats, and then I grabbed plywood, laid it right down, screwed it into that, right. Then I built like a wooden bench, all kinds of crazy shit. I had a shop in there. I had my motorcycle lift in there. I had a compressor. I had pneumatic hammers. I had all kinds of metal work in there, dude.
Is it
It
sturdy?
was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
How is it in the wind?
Huh?
In the wind. Is it like in the wind? You get real windy?
I had
rain?
I had concrete. I had it in the concrete 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah.
Didn't budge. And I had the hardwood floor. It was beautiful.
Oh man.
It was awesome, dude.
Yeah, man. It's like a lean-to, It's like when you're out in nature, you got to put something simple up. You got to protect. But I used to love that, man. As a kid out in the woods, let's build a fort. Man. Dig a hole in the ground, you cover it, man. We got a place to meet our playboys.
Mick, you remember when we were building? I think me and Mick, when we were kids, we were building like some kind of fort. We were nailing shit. Like we had a hammer, and like we take turns in, and I fucking remember I got my fucking goddamn nail, my whole thumb fucking smashed.
Oh yeah,
I ran home crying.
We used to make a lot of. Remember, me and you used to make a lot of bow and arrows, Joe.
Yeah, we
used to always make
rabbits.
bow and arrows, man, and we made them good because I don't know what it is, but the wood, the trees that were, I guess, the wood in the trees that were around our development, they were like nice. They would bend and they wouldn't crack, like they would flex, dude. Right? Remember, Joe?
Then we just take a spitting line or something. We just put it right down the middle. We shoot at. We make arrows.
Sharpen that tip.
His uncle, I think one of your uncles came and said, "No, you gotta put a slice down the top, put the string through, and then tie it around."
Yeah. I forget which uncle. I don't know, Uncle Timmy.
Right, Randy.
He's probably Uncle Randy or Uncle Timmy. I don't know one of the two.
Save your feathers.
No,
dude. We used to make go-karts. I mean, not go-karts. We call them, not with an engine move. Man, let's build. We get wheels, take them off a carriage, a baby carriage.
Yeah.
The big thing, you had to have the bolt for the steering. You had the 2x4 with the axle underneath.
Yeah.
And the
You guys
steering
want to
was
hear
a rope. Steering was rope.
Yeah.
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 Just don't do that no
Yo.
more. They'll
Old
order
school.
one. I'm gonna order one on Amazon. I'm gonna order a foot.
You guys want to hear something fucking crazy, dude? I got a drone last week from Home Depot. Did I tell you, Joey? I bought a drone from Home
Yeah.
Depot. It's for like $35, right? So I'm fucking with it. It's pretty cool. I got the camera, so it attaches to my phone and shit like that.
Yeah.
I didn't have the phone. I didn't have the phone attached, of course, at this time. So my daughter goes, "Daddy, I want to try it." So I go, "Okay, hon." So I put it down. I turn it on. She goes up with it, and it's totally fucking hard because everything is opposite. Like when you're flying,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
the wind just said, "Ving," and it just took off, dude. I had no idea where the fuck it is. No idea where it went. I went down every fucking house, 3 houses down to look in their yard. Can't find no dots.
You didn't find it? You never
Who's
found
I
got
it?
can't find it. Can't find it. I'm waiting for
Oh.
someone to say,
Hey.
because the word's on the street,
I want to get one. I was a guy had one on the beach, or he's on the boardwalk, and he's got the
Yes.
phone. It's got a camera, and he's like going
Yes.
down. He's like, "Holy man, I got to get one of them."
Yes.
You can see who's.
And it's got the blue and red lights
You
on
can't
the
hover.
bottom that flash.
You hover,
And
they'll
you can
get
see
the.
that that's your fucking thing, right? You got
Yeah.
these LED lights, Joey, on the bottom. So
Yeah.
you can see it's yours. You can see where it's going. And see, I'm supposed to do it in a big area, but I was excited.
Yeah.
I wanted to show my daughter something. And yeah, dude, that thing just went fucking
Yeah,
out
they're
of
really
control,
cheap
man.
now. You can get them really cheap and
30,
film.
$40, bro. They got a camera. Thing
That's how movies
cruises.
is. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the picture of it is, dude. This is gonna blow your balls. Friday night, we were supposed to do a fucking thing. What do you
Waterford,
got?
Ireland. I decided I'm gonna start instead of like a plastic cup or a regular one. I'm really gonna start living. I'm gonna carpe the fuck out of this diem. My father, he used to, his childhood depression. I remember my sister buying new shirts and stuff, and like,
Yeah.
every year, he'd never open it. He'd wear older stuff. Like when he died, open up the drawer. All these, stuff we give him. He's like, just deprived. Like, I don't need anything new. But anyway, I
Well, that's
decided to.
cool.
I'm gonna wear like I always say. Like, I'm gonna wait to wear that. I'm gonna wait. It's a nice new shirt. I'll wait till I go somewhere. So here I am, man.
Yeah.
All right,
You're looking good.
that's it, man.
Duke of It. I'm spitting all over my computer. The Duke of It, boy, looks good. I love it. I love it. So
Bruce
anyway,
Lee.
check this out. The
What?
fucking 2 days after the fucking thing comes up, the freaking
It's
what do you think? The fucking what are we talking about? The Android.
yeah.
2 days, dude. It comes up. Me and my
The
buddy
drone.
are in the park, we're in the driveway, bullshitting, and I hear like a fucking an Android
Drone.
Drone.
a drone
A duel.
making the noise that it makes.
Yeah.
It makes like a zzz. But I'm telling you, it wasn't mine. It was like a fucking high tech, like the motherfucker was like doing flips
Yeah, man.
and rolling and shit. You
You
know
know,
what I'm saying?
I've seen
It was
Dragonfly.
fucking weird, dude. And this thing was cruising.
Yeah.
And then I'm walking up to it because I couldn't see because of the sunlight. So I'm like looking up like this because I wanted to just check him out, It had like a double body, dude. It was fucked up.
I saw one.
It was kind of freaky, man.
Yeah. They got them like, like a dragonfly, as big as a dragonfly, and it looks just like a dragonfly. And you'll see it like, and they have like a hummingbird. They'll have them like, and it looks just like it. And it's
I've
filmed.
seen those things.
Man, I'm sure they have them like the size of a bumblebee. I'm sure. You imagine that though. Hey, look, we're watching you. I'm watching you. You're watching me. I'm watching you watching me.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
GG. Oh,
Hey,
man.
man.
All right. I get a big day tomorrow. I'm gonna carpe the fuck out of the diem. I went in the water, man. Today I was on the beach. It was beautiful, man. There was like I went in the water and it was very brisk, very briefly.
Did I ask you? Were you already? Were you in point already?
Yeah, I was on.
You should have dropped. The dime.
Yeah, man. I took my scooter out. I went down 35.
Why don't you drop a dime? Why don't you drop a dime?
What's that?
You got to drop a dime next time you come on.
Oh yeah,
come on
man.
by.
Yeah, man.
Always, whenever, dude. Because I'm home during the day. We'll go cruise, go longboarding.
Yeah,
you know, man. You got your scooter. I got my longboard, bro.
I just bought. I put my thing. I got a PVC a board carrier, longboard carrier. I built for my bike.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Oh, nice.
I want to get one for my scooter because I'm like longboard, small wave.
Yeah, yeah, man. Old guy, small wave. Old guy.
Man, it was kicking, man. It was like Bayhead. I just rode, scooter to Bayhead, Mount Elk, and they were just serving. It was beautiful. It was a little big for me, but man, it's so nice. Just man, it's like zen. Even watching it, but I'm just not crazy about going out in a wetsuit. I'm like, it's the pain in the ass getting a wetsuit on. That's the hardest part about surfing in the winter. No, we gotta go, man. Let's go. We'll train. Do you ever do one of those polar plunges? With the water. I did that.
Park has that.
I'm telling you, it's not that bad.
I can't have that.
Did you?
You'll find my dick.
Me and my son-in-law were talking about doing, like, my daughter's always saying, like, she goes on this girls trip every, why don't we do it? Like, well, we're guys, we don't give a fuck. But that made him start thinking, and he started looking at like shit. And there's this in Georgia, it's like $500 a person, but like in Georgia, they take you out at night and you night vision glasses and sniper rifles, and you're fucking shooting hogs, and they fucking skin them and fucking bag up the meat for you and everything. And there's like no like limit on what you can shoot out there. It's like, and they'll just cut it all up, and it's like $500, and it covers like this, that. The only thing you have to cover is like lodging, and you got to buy when you get down there, you got to have the hunting license. It's like 20. It's like $20. It's like you go down to like a Walmart there, and you pay them $20, and they give you the license. So it's like that.
Yeah, everything,
right? Yeah, too.
Right? Yeah, so we're looking at maybe doing this.
But I'm going to say one word, Joey. I'm going to say one word. Deliverance. Didn't squeal like a pig. Squeal.
Like a stuck pig.
We got to. How about that movie, man? That was a scary fucking movie, man. That was good.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Oh man,
that was some fucked up shit.
So,
do you ever see the horror movie I Spit on Your Grave?
Oh,
no, there's two of them, right?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it yet.
It's really the original.
Who did it?
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
I gotta see that.
That thing is sick. It's disturbing. Disturbing.
Have you seen like
Spit on Your Grave?
Yeah, they could.
Have you seen the Terrifier? Have you seen that movie?
Terrifier.
The Terrifier and Terrifier 2. It's like Art the Clown. It's like a clown that kills motherfuckers.
The clown. That's my favorite fucking dude with the white, the little black tip of the nose.
Yeah,
he's got the bag and he walks around.
He's a gigolo.
Yeah, he's got all this shit. Dude, the first movie, he slices this. He has this chick fucking hung upside down, and he rips her panties off, and he saws her in front of her friend that's taped down to a chair, and saws her right down the middle, all the way. Oh, it was horrible. While she's alive, he starts sawing her down her fucking cunt in her ass. Oh, it's horrible. And I was like, oh, and then there's just some. Oh, it's crazy. And the second flick's it's even more. It's like crazy. It's a great movie, man. It's like now they're talking about doing like a prequel. This guy's like Art the Clown. I just Temu, they have his mask, so I fucking put it in my cart.
Mask of the Red Death.
Oh yeah.
Listen to this movie, 1963. It's gonna be on TCM. I'm recording it, but it's the name of the movie is the name of a band. The movie's Black Sabbath, and they got the name from this movie. They got the name Black Sabbath from this movie. And I was watching a preview, man. It's pretty good. It's Boris Karloff. It's got 63, but it's got these sexy women in it. But it's like
Right.
I just learned that. That's how they got the name from that movie.
Huh.
Yeah.
This is the season, man. There's a lot of good scary shit out there. A lot of good.
I love Boris Karloff. You kidding me?
Hey, you want
Boris
to know?
Karloff, Lou Chaney,
Oh yeah, Boris and Bela
Bela Lugosi.
Lugosi.
Oh, go see.
Plan 9 from outer space. Plan
Big
9.
time. Yep.
He died during
Big
it.
time, bitches.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sign up. When we can do this again, gentlemen? Let's do it again, man.
Friday,
We're gonna
8
do it
o'clock.
Well, you know what time?
Friday,
Yeah.
8 o'clock for sure. Friday, 8 o'clock.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I
But yeah,
want to see if we can get something good during the day going.
Yeah, man. Just give me let me know. Let me know when you're gonna do it. You're
Yeah.
like that. Sometimes you
Come
want
up
to
with
see
something
something.
good.
Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll plan something.
Yeah.
Plan 9 from outer
Yes, let's
space.
plan something. But that was cool. It's a quick 45. That's a quick 51 minutes. It's perfect.
All right.
45, 50 minutes.
it's a podcast.
It's a podcast
Podcastrophe.
episode. I don't know.
Who fucking knows?
Who knows about Fangul?
All
Listen,
right.
I'm telling you again, please, guys, subscribe.
Yes.
Or even
Like,
if you don't want
comment, subscribe.
Come
Your
on.
love don't cost a thing, motherfuckers.
Yes.
You'll feel
Throw a
better.
thumb up.
You'll
Throw
feel
a
better
thumb up.
if you do.
Please.
You'll
Please.
feel a lot better.
Do this favor for us on the day of
Yeah.
my daughter's wedding. I wish
Yeah, hey,
you
you spread the love. Everybody spreads the love. I spread
And I
the
hope
love.
your
You
first child is a masculine child.
That's how we yeah. That's
Hey,
how
that
we
guy was a
roll.
real hitman. I've heard things about him. Luca Brazzi. He was the real
Uh,
deal.
He's
He's-
oh,
hey man.
Luca
All right,
Brasi.
so yeah, just let me know whenever. And the Duke of Amboy signing off.
That's
Have a
how
good
Take it
day.
easy, brother.
Hey.
Hey, yo. Look at him. He was wearing shorts.
Yeah, right. The Duke.
All right,
That,
man. This was a late one, huh?
yes, it's pretty late. It's not that bad though.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
I'm gonna go to fucking sleep. I might eat something and then go to sleep. I got a headache. My neck's like fucking killing me. Now I smoked 2 bowls while I was waiting for you to go on,
yeah.
and had to go down to DC and get my buds. And now I've got my medicine.
Nice.
Then I'll leave behind whatever. I have a whole eighth of indica that I haven't opened yet. So, like, I'll just leave that here because I got to fly back, and then I'll be contacted.
I had a little heath Vindica. It's called Cap Junkies. I didn't
Uh-huh.
know what I did with it, dude. I fucking lost it. It was in a jar. How the fuck do you
Huh.
lose a jar of an eighth of
Yeah, how do you lose a jar?
Unbelievable.
Well, all right, man. Well, I'm gonna sign off. Let's sign off here. And
Yeah,
like I say,
right now.
it's a podcast.
And that's it. We are done. All right, guys. I appreciate